Can we get volume, please?
You're not paying attention. Yeah, because you're not paying attention.
These are on the technical committee today or what?
No. Makela is not here. Makela is not here. Abisha here.
Makela is.
Yes. This open table. I'm not German, you got look good. I'm not telling you look good. It's a court play today in Indianapolis court. You're what happened? The favorite son, you looking so sad today. What's going on? Is everything okay?
Everything's wonderful, my dear brother.
We gotta be very happy in this community. We gotta be very happy. We gotta be very happy in the world. We gotta be very happy. This is open table. We gotta be happy. Hey, our community of Indianapolis, Indiana. The people of Indiana. Today we are discussing LeBron community. The LeBron community of Indiana. Today we are touching on why the money is leaving the bank account. The Liberian people are feeling disenchanted. They say why the Liberian people money, the people money is leaving the bank account. They want to know. But we have Nyafulula and the favorite son of Niba Kante Nyafulula, that of the chairman, Joseph Singh Jr. We're going to be here breaking down one at a time why the money is leaving the account. The Liberian people money. Thank you very much. Well, Honorable Chairman, how are you doing today? How is the community?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. I'm doing okay. Yesterday I was at a funeral. I made the soul of Uncle Frederick rest in peace. But I'm doing great this morning. This afternoon. I thank God for life. Thank God to be back in Indianapolis, in this community, the community that we so much love. And it's a good thing to hang out with you guys on a Saturday, especially you, Jonesy XYZ, and Jan Bulule, the favorite son of Nimba Kante. It is a pleasure. Always a pleasure hanging out with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jan the devil, favorite son of Nimba Kante. You are very sad. You are very sad. This community, you are very sad. What's going on in the community? You are very sad. Tell the community.
Well,
what makes you sad?
Yeah, well, I'm not really that sad. I just been on this computer all day doing schoolwork, and that's why. But yeah, everything is going well, and I'm glad to be here and alive to see this day. And I'm glad to be back on this platform again on Open Table, to discuss issue pertaining our community, Liberia, and the world at large. I'm happy to be here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Nyafulula looking like he's sad, but it's not sad. Nyafulula is ready to discuss the issue. Honorable Chairman is ready to discuss the issue as well. The Liberian people are feeling disenchanted in the community. The people say that the money is leaving from the account. The Liberian people money is leaving the Indiana community somehow, one way or the other. But the Liberian community, the people of this community are saying that they want to know why is it that the money was 51,000 plus when the old administration was leaving, they left 51,000 plus in the account, but now the account are depreciated. It's depreciating by figure by figure. And right now we are at 48,000 plus. So the people want to know instead of the money going up, but the money is coming down. So the people of this community are feeling disenchanted. The question goes to the new administration. But anyway, we are happy indeed to have Honorable Mayor Joseph Singh Jr., the budget chairman, and that of Nyafulula, the representative to ULA. They will be here breaking down stuff to the community people, to the community dwellers. Stay tuned.
Whenever you are listening from, once again, welcome to Open Table. Welcome to Open Table, wherever you are listening from. We're talking about New York. We're talking about Pennsylvania, Maryland, or Rhode Island. We're talking about Massachusetts. We're talking about New Hampshire. We're talking about Vermont. We're talking about Maine. We are talking about North Dakota, South Dakota. We're talking about North Carolina, South Carolina. We are talking about Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Florida, Georgia. We are talking about California. We're talking about Texas. We are talking about Louisiana. We're talking about Alabama. We are talking about Arkansas, Kansas. We are talking about Missouri, Wisconsin, Wyoming, and we are talking about Minnesota. Wherever you are listening from or in these United States, we say welcome to Open Table. Back home in Liberia, we are talking about Mosurado. We are talking about Bon. We are talking about Bombe. We are talking about Bapul. We are talking about Lofa. We are talking about Grand Cape Mount. We are talking about Mangibi. We are talking about the great county, Grand Crew, county of the former president. We are talking about Grand Bassa. We are talking about Nimba County. We are talking about Sano. We are talking about Maryland. Grand G there. We are talking about River G. And we are talking about River Seth. Wherever you are listening for in Liberia, we say welcome again on this Saturday edition of Open Table. We'll be discussing community matters. Where the community we're talking about is the Liberian community here in Indiana, and we'll be discussing their issue and the concerns of the community members. We'll be discussing. Still tuned. We are sending our shout out to the government of Liberia and congratulations to the newly appointed official. We will touch on that shortly, but we want to dwell here first and foremost in Indiana. So, Mr. Co-Chairman Jones Yazwazi, the greatest Jones Yazwazi, the platform is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think we are late, so without further delay, we're going to dive straight into the issue. We're gonna just dive straight into the issue and discuss the issue because we believe that our people have been waiting. So our people have been waiting. We apologize. We have some technical issue. That's what we're working on, and everything is good right now. We are glad indeed to be back to discuss the issue. We're going to start with the favorite song of Niba Kante, the fearless song of Niba Kante, Nyan Eda Volula. Nyan Volula, top of the discussion today. Yeah, I will do so. Honorable Chairman, I will do so. Thank you very much. I will do so. There's an issue, Mr. Volula. Let's start with you very. Let's start with you very fast, and we are late, so we got to move very, very fast. We got to be at 70 miles per hour. We got to move very fast because if we go too slow, it will be a disaster because time fast spent. We are here up to 4 p.m. I know people got to go somewhere, so we gotta roll up very fast. So, Mr. Fulula, looking at the bank statement, I think it was previously discussed on Mr. Logan's hours. I was taking note the other day, and that's how I get to know some of the information. There's the issue. The community with Rufus Tati administration, Rufus Tati left about 51,000 plus in the bank account, according to the information. That was the administration that you work in as Secretary General, and I was there as a chairman on education. We understand we ran our government very well. And then up to now, we have the government turned over to Julius Parker administration. Now, the money was 51,000 plus, but now we are coming down according to the information. We are at 48,000 plus. So, with that being said, you as a representative to EULA, you are preaching about, let's say, accountability and other stuff to the EULA level, for our community to be well represented. So, what is your take when it comes to our budget depreciating?
Well, I would say I didn't listen to the login hours that day, and I'm not the financier for LAI to look into LAI bank account at this particular time. but I know there will be a meeting coming up pretty soon, and the financial secretary going to, financial report going to be presented at that meeting. And at this time, I don't know much about the funders that you are talking about, so I don't have much, to say on that at this particular time.
Thank you very much. I think I will switch the pendulum onto the Honorable Chairman, Joseph Zig Saracen Jr. Honorable Chairman, you are the budget committee chairman of this community for LAR. You know much about the budget. You are very aware when money leaving the bank. I think you should be aware of that. I'm glad to be with you both on the table to discuss the issue of the Liberian people's money. And there's the issue. Honorable Chairman, if you can quote me right, I think I clearly stated that during Tati administration, when Tati administration was coming to an end, Tati presented approximately 51,000 plus to the current administration led by Mr. Julius Parker and that of Richard Boyer Jr. And at this historical junction, we see that the money have been depreciating in the amount of 48,000 plus now, according to the record. So, what is your take when it comes to some of these things as a budget analyst for this community?
First and foremost, thank you. I'm speaking as someone who is not privileged to a lot of those information, but from my own understanding, matter of fact, I pass this budget or I work with on the budget with them, and I make sure the budget is trimmed to the best of my ability to make sure we are functioning well. Last year, we passed a budget that I knocked down for almost more than 60%. I trimmed that budget, and the community was able to still function well last year. Kudos to the administration. When we are talking about Tati passing money over, we should first talk about how he get to that far. Tati get there through Alvin Pennon, and that was because of Alvin Pennon leadership. Alvin Pennon left a very good amount. Alvin Pennon was leaving, and he left a very good amount for Rufus Tati to continue his administration. So we first give kudos to Alvin Pennon. And then Mr. Tati came through COVID and everything else. He managed to leave out with some good amount. Now we're at this junction. First of all, the president took a leave of absence. Noticeably, we are all aware of what happened to his family. I mean, we shouldn't be boring him down with the pettiness and other things in this community. But when we are talking about the finances and why things are going the way it's going, I cannot recall that Mr. Tati administration that he was in court. I cannot recall that Mr. Tati was fighting a lawsuit as president of LAI, even though people frown on a lot of things Tati was doing at the time. Not a single person in this community took Tati to the court house. So Tati ran his administration. Though the frown on the faces of the Liberian people, there were so many in the community, they respected him and they allowed him to run peacefully. Not a single lawsuit. You are now talking about administration that is in court. Now the president and his cabinet minister, they are in court. This is not a personal matter for anyone who will be going through a court proceeding because of a community leadership. They should use their own finances. So I will assume that the president will have to hire the founder's lawyer. Matter of fact, I will recommend that he hire a Jewish lawyer. One of the founders' lawyer in this state of Indiana, for them to use the money appropriately, because LAI is being sued, the president is being sued as well. So the lawyer will demand some finances. And that money that is going to be used will not come from Mr. Parker's pocket, Richard Boyer's pocket, not my pocket. It's going to come from what we have in our bank account. And rightly so, that's how it's supposed to be. Because Parker didn't go out there and get sued because of his own personal transaction. Richard. And he got sued because of this community and this community minor. So the money that the community generator is there to protect those who serve and is there to protect the community at large. So when we are on a lawsuit, we will use the money, any form of government, even if Pago is out, any form of government will use that money to hire the finest lawyer. So I believe I need to talk to him. I haven't I've been away for a while, but I will talk to him. If he needs some idea to hire the finest lawyer, I can recommend some Jewish lawyer. That the first down payment will be 10,000, and 10,000 got to come from area as cover. So the first down payment. The lawyer I want to recommend is going to be one of the finest Jewish lawyer. 10,000 from area budget, and we're going to pass the budget because this is an emergency problem. And until this problem can be solved, we cannot have this community at peace. So the money is being used, I assume, in the right direction, and rightly so. The budget that should be passing right now is a budget that will give them discretionary spending for the lawsuit that they are dealing with.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have set it up. Thank you very much. I think Nyam Fulula is sitting like he's lost. He doesn't have no idea when it comes to the money. The Liberian people are saying misappropriation of funds. But for Fulula, Mr. Fulula, you say you don't know anything about what's going on when it comes to. I think the chairman did mention about the court proceeding that is leveled against the president and that of the administration for misappropriation of funds. According to what he said they're gonna hire the Jewish lawyer, the best lawyer ever in this community. I mean, in the Indiana community, that is like the state of Indiana, the most high-paid lawyer. If it will cost the community to pay $10,000 for the lawsuit, they will pay above 10,000 plus just to hire a lawyer that's going to fight for Elia. But honorable man, favorite son of Niba Kante, Nyan and Dai Fulula. So what is your thought when it comes to hiring one of the best lawyers for the community to fight corruption? We can't hear you.
When you mean to fight corruption, I don't know. In Eddie, I don't know if we are fighting corruption right now. We are fighting a lawsuit. A lawsuit that was leveled against the organization. So if in any case like this, as an organization, I think it is prudent enough for us to hire a lawyer that will, plead our organization. So I don't know much about corruption like you're talking about, but if you can give me more details on what type of corruption are we fighting at this particular time in LAI, in the Liberian Association of Indiana here, but we are fighting a lawsuit. Someone was disenchanted. Someone was disenchanted. In fact, in the lawsuit, it is clear in there that because he's suing the president and that of the former bull because they took him from the chat room. They deny him. They deny him with they took him off the financial or bank account, which he still have access to, I believe, because he the one disseminating those information out there to other platforms and what have you, because he still have access to it. And he's still in all the chat room that he mentioned in the lawsuit that he have been taken out of those chat room. He's there. All we see him posting instead of working for LAI, all we see him posting is Liberia, happiness in Liberia. That's what we see him posting all the time. The people of this community turned out in November of 2022 and voted overwhelmingly for this gentleman. Even you are disenchanted, you have to live by the people or expectation. They believe in you. They took you among other folks that were in the race, and they trusted you. But now it seems that you are betraying their trust.
Yeah, back to Nyam Nadavola. He said him. Who him? This is Opitable. Opitable does not got.
Robert C. Carey, Wusu. I'm not here to, bite my tongue in anything. Robert C. Carey, Wusu, the current Secretary General of the Liberian Association of Indiana, who felt disenchanted because things didn't go his way. He felt disenchanted and sued the organization. And guess what? People are pushing him to, to go that far. Those same people will go in a gathering and sit there and knock their chair. They say they're using him as a bulldog. They're using him as a weak vessel. These are things that they sit among people. They knock their chairs. They say, oh, we are using him as a weak vessel because he's weak, And guess what? At the end of the day, Eddie I will prevail. Eddie I was established by our forefather way before we even came to this country. And guess what? We're going to leave Eddie I behind. Just our fathers left it with us. We're going to leave it with our children, and children will leave it with another generation to come. Nobody will break this organization down. The organization will prevail and will stand here. It will stay here to unite Liberian here in the state of Indiana. I can rest assured you on that.
Thank you very much, Nyamfurula. I know you are a politician, and I know one day you have a dream to serve this community as well, like Julius Parker and Rufus Tati, Alvin Penner. The list go on and on. I think it's a time for to build the image of this institution. It's a time for us to lead with precedent. It is now the time for us to stand up and say no to certain things that happened in the past. And it is now for us to stand in the struggle, in the gap, to make sure our people live a better life in this community. You see, you said what I mean by corruption. When I'm saying corruption, I think from the initial stage when I came to this community, at the time I was fresh from the University of from the library. From UL when I got here. I try to understand the community politics. I interfaced with Savannah Spade when it was. I think we went to a debate when I think it was J.D. Walker and One Value. They had a debate that night, and I was privileged to be part of that debate. I listened very well. My first time to interface Savannah Spade at that point, and then I got to understand that this community, there were a lot of things unfolding that I never had any idea of, and I after I studied very well the community, and then I think in that doing that identical election, J.D. Walker became the victor, and he won the election. And his administration was one of the worst administration ever in this community. People can attest to that. Having said that, the community was dumber. And then Alvin Penner came with you and Honorable Chairman and all of the likes of Jeremiah Saleh and other people. Even me, I was part from the beginning. I think I chaired one of the meetings. After then, Alvin Penner, Nicodemus Lee became a president of this community. I reiterate, Alvin Penner, Nicodemus Lee at a certain point became president of this community. The way he proceeded, the way he was serving the community, I felt somehow disenchanted. And I voiced that out. I'm one of those that came out among the millions of young people in this community. Like for me, I'm not a better driven politician. I will always speak out, and I know what I'm saying. When I said it, I said Alvin Penner was corrupt. I said it. The community went against me at that point. Even you, Nyan and Davulu, at a certain point, we wouldn't interface because I was against that administration. And it keep on going on and on. Now that Alvin Penner left, according to the honorable chairman said that Alvin Penner left a huge amount of money in the bank, that which was turned over to Rufus Tati administration. And now Rufus left power. Rufus, the government that the administration took over from Rufus Tati, thought it was that Rufus Tati was very transparent, that which has served in that administration. Now you are the Secretary General of that identical administration. We serve with excellency. We serve with precision. We serve very well until this administration thought it was that our administration was very transparent. There was no audit. We refused to audit us. That means we were good. So having said that, now that the administration have come again and leaving 51,000 plus in the bank, and at this point, the record shows that we are at 48,000 plus in the bank. So instead of the money appreciating, the money is depreciating. So my question now to the both of you, I will go to the chairman because I just asked you, to the both of you, is that what are we doing? What is the administration doing to increase the money in the bank? At least we should be going up to 60,000 or 55,000, but instead of coming down, what is the administration doing for us to generate more funds for the Liberian people to have more money in the bank, and then also that they will feel that the administration is doing better for them instead of taking away their money or their funds? To you, Honorable Chairman.
First of all, the administration can only survive due to the support of the community. Again, I reiterate, after 31, a lot of people reduce the tension, even though there are elements out there that still destabilize this community. When we had the Prophet Keach, incident and saga and everything else that was going on, those people were meant to destroy the community then. So when we had that Prophet Keach saga and all other things that happened in this community, we stood firm and we stood against that to make sure that he can serve this community peacefully. I cannot remember Julius Parker, who is president right now, trying to undermine Tati in any way, shape, or form. Matter of fact, when Tati won Bala, the Tati administration you are talking about, some of us, though we say or we try to help Bala's team, we help Tati team equally. We switch sides. We try to make this community to move forward. And the first lady or Ruth Tati, former first lady Ruth Tati, can tell you how many times I visited her house and how many times I helped serve on her as well to move the community forward. Because look, in politics, when you are defeated, it's not meant for you to create enemyship. And that's why it's lacking in people who are seeking power in this community. Because it's not them, so it should be nobody else. The hatred is embedded within them. Some people, until they can heal internally, the community will not move forward because they serve as a leash and disease in a community. So until we heal some wounds in this community, the community will remain as it is. It will be very polarized. But in spite of all that, leadership is very important. That's why Mr. Parker has been doing. You are talking about 51,000 to 48,000. It's true that was why he consumed over the year. There are some events that people attended poorly again because of the community being very polarized and because of the cheap propaganda and hatred that people are preaching in this community. They try to preach to people to not attend these events, and this event generate funds. So first, we need to look at some people and they need to go in the mirror and search their soul. Because frankly speaking, Until they can heal themselves, we cannot heal them. Until at least they can try to look for healing, we cannot. But yet, this administration still should do what's supposed to be done, and that is to lead. I expect them to tell this community in the coming weeks or months going ahead how the money went from 51 to 48,000. And I'm pretty sure they have a decent reason why. Like I told you again, I assume that an administration that is on a lawsuit and that is fighting a case in court is going to use some of the finances to fight that case. And even if that requires, I repeat, if that requires us digging deep into our cover and taking 10 to 25,000 because a lawyer requested, we will do so, because part of protecting this community is to protect the image of the organization. Until the organization can win and win fairly and squarely in the courthouse, people will still have this doubt and create corruption that is not there. I serve on the budget committee. I know corruption when I see one. You cannot tell me that I'm one person that loves corruption. Matter of fact, having time, I stay away from it, but I pour money into it and I've been kept this place. Nobody can tell that Avin was very corrupt. I have been kept this administration.
No, I can say that, I can say that. Nobody can say that.
Yet them still, you give administration that you work for, you say it was the best because you work for it, but then people can equally say that Tati was corrupt as well. You see, there are opinions out there that when you put Tati on the ballot, he will not win in this community again because people are disenfranchised. So when you want to talk about people being corrupt, sometimes these things are purely based on opinion or how you like or dislike the person. But this administration here, the budget that was passed and the budget, how it performed, I'll tell you very well, I see not a single inch of corruption. Last year, we broke even. The money was almost even until the lawsuit came. And once the lawsuit arrived, I believe and I assume that money will have to go towards the lawsuit.
Okay, let me come in. Let me come in a little bit. You said the lawsuit, the money was break even. So we went whole year of serving the community. We had a series of events in the community, and then we break even. According to you, we break even. But let's take a look at the bank account. When the administration,
how you get hold of the bank account before you go further? How you get hold of the bank statement you have? The NAR distributed the bank statement to community members or to NAR members? Or who gave you the bank statement?
Hold on, Vulula.
No, before you go further into that, you got to lay that premise that people get to understand.
Vulula, we're not fighting. I know you are.
I'm not fighting either. I'm asking a very peaceful and a very unharmful questions here. Before you go further,
go ahead with your question. I'll
you get hold of the bank statement. Who gave you the bank statement and how the bank statement came out? Did they came out from the administration, or did you get hold of it from the financial secretary?
Listen and listen well. We sing together, we don't talk together.
No, I just wanted to, put that out there so people can understand where you coming from.
Let me tell you something. We are on the radio. You want to ask a question, the privilege will be given to you for you to ask question. Don't worry. You can. You ask the question. Your first question is, how do I know, or how come I get information about the bank account being 51,000? Even the person who is born today in this community knows very well that the bank account, when Tati was leaving power, the money that was presented to this administration was 51,000 plus. Even a little child. Even my
That,
daughter,
that
Makeda,
was not my question. That was not my
No.
question. That
No.
was not my question.
You are circumventing his
Yeah,
question.
that was not my question. Don't put
What
it.
is your question,
Don't be
Volula?
political on
He's
me.
I'm
You
asking
know I'm
question.
very
Now
highly
Volula is coming
political.
out asking question. Go ahead,
He's
Volula.
asking how you get hold of the account. You are saying it left from 51 to 48. How you know? How you know it got to 48?
You see, that's why Nyan Volula is sitting on the show. He's not paying attention to the show. Nyan Volula have lost his spirit on the show. Nyan Volula, who is sitting on the show, does not understand what we're discussing here. From the get-go, from the previous stage, I told the audience and I told you guys that I listened to Logan's hours.
Where the Logan hours? Hold on. We
Listen.
don't gossip. Hold on. Before you go forward, this is open table. This is open table.
I'm
Open table.
telling
We don't
you.
gossip on here. You coming on here, you gotta come
You
on
ask
here with
me a
facts.
question and I
You
answer
gotta
a
come on
question.
here with facts. Where the Logan hour told you that he got a bank statement from? Did you make
Where
a due
did Logan
diligence?
hour tell me?
Are you investigating a Logan hour get a proper bank statement? Are you talking about here? Did you make it a due diligence? This is open table. This is open table.
Volula.
You have to come here with facts and authentic facts. Yeah. So did you make your investigation that the bank statement that Logan Hour shown on his show? Did you make it clear that yes, I did my investigation and the bank statement is LAI bank statement? It's not a false statement.
Yes. So your question has been answered.
Explain to the audience now.
But that's what I'm saying. Volula, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, Volula, you can be a watchdog. And I'm telling you, Volula,
I'm not a watchdog. I'm not a watchdog. There you got your opinion. I have my opinion.
Well, that's my opinion.
I'm not a watchdog here.
You are venting.
I'm
like
not venting. I'm not venting. Come, you gotta make the information clear to the audience. You gotta make the information clear to the audience.
Don't let the audience go leave on their platform today. If you're aware of the corruption, there's a need you come very well.
Don't make the audience leave on their platform today in doubt. You got to be clear and very clear to the audience, precise and clear to the audience. Yeah. So explain where the Logan Hour get his bank statement from, and the bank statement that Logan Hour shown is authentic and is LAI bank statement. Tell us.
Young Volula, you come here venting like you are angry. Like
I am not angry. You explain it. I'm not telling you that you are angry. So don't tell me I'm angry. I'm not angry. I asked you a polite question.
Yeah. Don't you want me to answer your question?
Can you hold up? Let Jonesy attempt to answer that question, please.
You gotta listen and listen very well. Like I told you, and I reiterate, we will sing together, but we cannot talk together. And there should be some order over here. If you're not authorized to start Nyan Volula, I will mute you. But the power invested in as a co-chair of Open Table. Thank you very much. Let's proceed. There's the issue, Mr. Volula. Let me answer your question. Like I told you, when Mr. Logan, I monitor his hours. I think it was this on Tuesday. I listened to Logan Hour very well. Logan Hour placed the bank statement on the screen. I was astonished. How did Logan Hour get a bank statement? I don't know. All I know, Huntington Bank. How do I even know that LAI account is from Huntington? Their account is with Huntington Bank. I had to see on the screen. I am not in any way or form very close to the administration to see that the administration bank. The bank with Huntington Bank. I am not very close to the financial secretary. I am not very close to whoever you think that operate or have the account under their control. I don't know. But you, Volula, you are aware. I know that. I know you are aware. I know you got some information in there. That's why you are venting. And I will come to that. Who told me that the bank account was 51,000, it came down to 48,000? I saw it for the bank account being 51,000. I'm very aware because I work with the administration, with the past administration. That is the Tati administration, the most transparent administration ever in this community. And I boast of that because I worked there. I saw it. When we passed over the bank statement to this administration, we told you guys to audit. I was even on the radio along with Joseph Ziggy Jr. We said this administration need to audit the Tati administration. The administration felt that it was prudent enough that Tati's administration was very transparent. They refused to audit. So who do we hold responsible? This administration. If there's any corruption, 5 years back, 10 years back, who will incur the corruption? It is this identical administration. That's why you should understand, Jan Volule. And then, when I saw the bank balance being 48,000 plus, there where I came in, I said, but hold on. Why will the account depreciate from 51 to 48? And the chairman is saying that all of the program we had in this community, there was break even. So if we break even, why should the money be for 8,000 if we break even? And then he kept again, he said, probably the lawsuit. So if it is a lawsuit, you as a budget committee chairman, Mr. Joseph Ziggy Jr., as a chairman, who held all the budget in this community, budget guru, tell the people why is it that the money left the account without you passing the budget? Because that's what you're saying. You said because of the lawsuit. So if it is a lawsuit, why is it now? The money, you did not pass the budget because you should be passing budget for the lawsuit. So you are not passed that budget yet. Even if you pass the budget, but administration, the assembly have not approved the budget. So then why is it the money is for 8,000? That's the question I asked Jan Flula trying to bite me.
Okay, you see, again.
No, I gotta come here, Joe.
Okay, come in here before I come in.
Flula, come in.
No, go ahead. My background noise here right now. Go ahead.
You see, again, I've said to you, you calling Tati administration the most transparent is purely based on opinion. And that's your opinion. By all means, tell the people what you feel. And I cannot stop you from saying that. That's your opinion. Say as you want to. I believe having administration, they absolutely well and put Tati on the right foot. But Tati moved the community forward, and having allowed Tati to serve without trying to engineer Tati downfall. I'm not sure I can say the same thing about Mr. Tati, because Mr. Tati still didn't get over the fact that he was supporting a candidate Nicodemusly, and he got wet at the battle box because he was supporting that candidate. And I expect him as a former president, when a community is in chaos, for him to say, relax, guys, let's do things the way we're supposed to do. However, he support the lawsuit from Robert Kerry. I'm very disappointed in the former president doing so to undermine the very administration or the community he worked for. Now we move forward to that Mr. Parker's administration, and you're talking about the money leaving Parker stuff, even though I'm the budget chairman. You see, in this community, again, I reiterate, there are people that have hatred embedded in them, and I call it impotent hatred. Impotent hatred, because that hatred that is embedded in them, they cannot destroy nobody. Because when you have a hatred, it's not going to benefit you. It will not destroy nobody. It's called impotent hatred. It's like a man that is being impotent because he doesn't function well. Now, you are going to tell administration, previously, if you have been following news, you will know that Joe Biden passed a hefty amount of money for Ukraine to support the war. Though Congress is still trying to pass a budget, Joe Biden found a way to get money for Ukraine to buy ammunition. Why he took the money from outside of the budget that Congress is supposed to pass? We call that emergency spending, and we call that type of spending that is going to come from the executive power. They will explain that later on. That's what Joe Biden did. You don't see American going here and there whatsoever because he used it as he's a president. In every organization, there's a head. Until people can live with the fact that Parker is the head of this administration and he will do something purely based on executive power, they will forever struggle with leadership. He is the head, and there are times you're going to use executive power and you're going to use it necessarily. But the fact that you say you took that information from Logan, and all of a sudden, Logan, who is not a signature to the account, he got the information, and you are not concerned about how Logan got the information, but you are trying to look at that information as a gospel, is very saddening as well. But I can tell you where that information came from. The information came from Robert Carey, who is still a signature to the administration. Robert Carey passed it to his cousin, Savannah Spirit, who dwell in darkness. Perry is the man that manufacture and live in darkness. He will forever be in darkness because darkness is how he strives. I get a screenshot and I'll get the information that I'm telling. I'm not gossiping. I get the information and I get screenshot from Perry. Right here with the information that it came from Perry. All the breakdown. Perry has been circumventing those information until it came to my screen and I get it. And it's right there, Savannah's D. Perry, circumventing information because Robert Carey gave it to him. Robert Carey was the one that said he didn't have access to any account. How then, Mr. Carey, you able to go into the most important part of the administration or the organization, our account, and print out stuff and take it to Logan's Hour and give it to your notorious and very, very good someone who's driving the darkness period for circumventing. But that's why it is. Until people can understand, certain people in the community, certain people, they are only good for high and hello, and not beyond anything high and hello, they will know the community. You have to deviate and divert yourself, and you have to work very clear from certain people in this community because all they're going to do is to teach your good character and they're going to try to damage you whatever way forward. And that's why we try to align ourselves with good, though we are not righteous, but we try towards perfection. And we keep on trying because our light is too bright for it to linger with people that dwell in darkness. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before you go, I think I still have some questions for you. Hold on. Let me ask a question with the chairman. Chairman, in your deliberation, you did mention that Rufus Tati, the former president of this community, engineered the lawsuit or the downfall of Mr. Julius Parker. That means Tati is behind the lawsuit of Julius Parker. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
I will reiterate. I said Mr. Tati should not be trying to engineer the downfall of this administration. And I will tell you so, I'll tell you why. And Jan can self me witness that I think Jan was there when he was the approach and asked that why is Kerry coming to you? The man that is suing the organization, why is this man coming to you? And you as a former president cannot tell the man to stop this lawsuit or to try to bring peace as a former president. What did Mr. Tati say? Mr. Tati brushed it off and he said what Kerry was doing was right. Mr. Tati stand there supporting Kerry when the question was asked to Mr. Tati. He's privileged to come onto the platform and clear himself. So a president who is not trying to solve things outside the court and is trying to undermine a sitting government, how do you call that?
Are you done?
I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. There is a nurse somewhere, like somebody is close to the highway.
It's me. I'm muting myself.
Oh, okay. No problem. Let's dive into the issue. This issue is very prudent enough that people must know today. Why is it that their money is leaving the bank account? That's a main topic we are discussing here. From 51,000 to 48,000. That's alarming. This administration, instead of them giving us more money, but they're taking our money away. That alone, even me, I'm not even in a group chat anyway. They said I did not pay my due. But how would I pay due when I see the money disappearing from the account? That's one thing. And fellow Liberian distinguished guests, on the voice of Opitable, Nyan that follow. Favorite son never country, I understand that you are very close to the administration. Nothing will be done without your consent. I'm very much aware. I can see, I can tell the eyes, and when I see the eyes, I know what's going on. So, Fulula, now the money left the account. According to the Honorable Chairman, he said because of lawsuit, because you guys, the administration is pushing for the most famous lawyer to defend the institution, the Jewish lawyer to defend this institution with 10,000 plus. So the down payment to the Jewish lawyer have been about 3,000 some more dollars that left the account without the assembly approval of the 3,000 plus that left the account. So, Mr. Vulula, you be an insider to this administration. What is your take when it comes to our money, the Liberian people money? As a transparent individual, a young man, a young promising politician in this community, and a world large, what will you tell the people of the community when their money is going away?
What I'm going to tell the people of this community that XYZ is here spilling things that he don't know of. That's why I'm going to tell the people of this community today on Open Table. You receive an information that you didn't authenticate and you running with it and you happy about it, you running with it. This is Open Table. We come on Open Table with authenticity. We come on Open Table with facts. We present our audience with facts. We don't come on here to leave our audience in doubt. When they leave the platform, they start wondering, oh, what is going on? Open Table was created for this purpose to clear the doubt of our audience. So I'm disappointed today to see you on here receive an information that you don't know nothing about, and you didn't do a due diligence to investigate it, where the information came from. You heard it somewhere because it's in your interest, you're running with it. That's what I'm going to tell the community today. And I'm going to be very clear with that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm not done yet.
Go ahead.
I'm not done yet. And for you being on here, try to confuse the minds of our audience, it's very disheartening. It's very, very much disheartening. Logan is not a signatory to the account. The financial secretary of this community told you that, the bank statement that Logan presented is correct. Did you ask when you saw it on Logan Hour? Did the president told you that, the bank statement, we don't want to issue it to Logan? Did any of the executive approve that? Did you ask as an Open Table presenter? We try to set Open Table apart from other platforms. And that's why we come on here. Each time I present stuff on here, you, the same person, will beat on me. What's your fact? Show off fact. And now you sit on here. You try to confuse the minds of our audience. It's very disheartening, SYZ. I will not lie to you. This community, again, it will prevail. And if the information, I'm saying if the information that you're talking about is true, I will tell you that the administration have not taken or have not eaten 1 cent from the Liberian people money here in the state of Indiana. This administration have done even well. They are programmed enshrined into the Constitution that should be here every year. And what the administration have done is to have this program. But what you and other people in this community do when this program is being going on, you guys run a propaganda on against the program for people to not attend. How you expect money to come back? How do you expect money to come back when people not attend those programs? When you people go out there and say, because it's not, you didn't win election, or you against the president or somebody in administration, don't go to that program. Instead of promoting the program to promote the organization, people go around and start preaching lies or against the organization for people to stay away from the organization. You just make it clear on here. One of the avenue that the organization raise money, one of the avenue that the bank account you're talking about will grow is to pay your due. You claim that you love this organization. Even love something, even you are disenchanted or you are angry, you will continue to commit to that thing. That's what we call love. If I love my child, no matter how bad my child is, I will continue to guide my child through until I see the betterment of my child. You said on here, you say you love this community. That's why you try to point out things and try to put out a precedent. What a precedent are you setting? That's why I say I'm on you here today, because you're running with the false information. You try to dilute the minds of our people. You to tell them that, oh, bank account is going down. Even the bank account is going down. What a precedent you setting in this community. You refuse to pay your due. You refuse to pay your due. It's one of the main avenues that the bank account will grow in this community. Even you not see things happening, pay your due, you continue to talk.
Thank you. Are you done?
You said you don't pay due. You scare people away from the organization to attend the organization functions that will generate money. Then we say now here we say corruption going on. Corruption is not going on. All we have to do is to love our community and be committed to our community and carry on the affairs that the founders of the organization put in place. The foundation they lay for us to grow on, we have to set on it for us to grow. That's what we should do.
Thank you very much, Jan Volula. Like when I get to the show, I saw your face. When I read the topic, I saw your face. I said, Jan Volula his spirit had left him going to Niba Kante. I'm glad that your spirit is back from Niba Kante to the United States. Thank you very much. I'm very happy indeed. You are lively speaking, and I love that. Thank you. You say you are beating on me. I like that. I like for people to beat on me. Thank you. That's what I say. It's a coward style many times for that depth. The villain takes them at once. Volula, I will go bit by bit according to the way you spoke, and I will analyze to the audience, to the panelists. I want you to be all ears. Be all ears. Jan Volula stated that I am undermining this administration. Jan Volula will tell you that I, the greater XYZ of this community, I hate corruption. The chairman can attest to that. I'm not in no way, in any form, to undermine this administration. I want the better thing for this community. If you understand my political game, I'm always for the community. I'm not for individual. I'm not like you, Jan Volula. If you see the community administration taking away the community money, you will follow the administration to destabilize the community and take away the funds. I, the greater XYZ, Johnson Akwe, will never, shall not ever interface such element. If I see it, I will expose that. The chairman is a living witness. I, Johnson Akwe, will not pay my due. I said it on this open radio, and I'm saying it again. I will not, shall not pay a due to LAR.
SYZ, hold on 1 minute. SYZ, hold on 1 minute. A friend of mine is relaying this discussion on Banner FM in Liberia, FM 98.5. So he relaying it in Liberia.
Okay, no problem. Even though we're not informed, but no problem. We'll keep going.
No, he just told me right now. He said he took me by surprise. I'm sorry.
No problem. But no problem. We'll discuss the issue. But there's an issue. I, Johnson Akwe, there is no way I will come here and pay due. Like I told you, I'm not going to pay my due. I told the people of this community, I will not pay due until there is a specific investigation be done to this administration. That is the inaugural board. We all felt disenchanted. Look, I am not one of those that when the community is feeling disenchanted, the inaugural board committee, the way it was organized, when the program was over, we all beat on the administration. We all beat on the committee. The money that was presented to the community. We knew very well that that was not the money generated. We are aware of that. And on that note, I know you now, the devil was called behind closed door. That way you will not admit here today. For the audience sake.
Come with facts. Come with facts.
Hold on. For the audience sake, for the Liberian people's sake, you will not appear here and tell us that you were called behind closed door. And that which I'm aware that there was a meeting call, you attended. I'm aware of that.
And when was that meeting? You got to be specific.
Hold on, Nyavurula. Why you want to cut me off? I gave you the platform to speak. You are informed. You are informed that there was misappropriation of funds in this identical administration. You are aware of that. And I will leave it right there. You said, why did you not ask where the bank statement came from? I saw it, Huntington's Bank statement, balance brought forward, or balance bank statement for 8,000 plus. So do you want me to go to the bank and ask the bank, why is it that our bank statement is for 8,000? Is that a question you want me to ask?
That's not my question. Start deviating from my question. I know you understand my question very clear. That's not my question.
Hold on, Nyavurula. I shall not ever do that. Because if I go to the bank and withdraw money, the bank will give you a receipt. That receipt will be declaring your balance in the bank, the money withdraw and the balance that is in your account. So I don't need a rocket scientist to go and do that investigation. And another thing, the highest thing I want to say here is hiring a Jewish lawyer. We understand. But for transparency's sake, as an individual, a young man, a promising young man in this community, Vulula, you are telling the community that the money leaving the account to hire a lawyer, there should be no questioning. We should just sit here and allow the money to be spent. And after the money is spent, then you will come back to the community and tell the community, we spent X amount of money. I don't think that a real good administrator will do that. What you do, it is tell the people, we have a lawsuit. Call the that's why you are a leader. Call the people who have a lawsuit, and then you go ahead, you ask your budget chairman to pass a budget. And then when it deemed it necessary that the money should leave the account, you go ahead and take the money. But if they refuse, there you use your executive power to do what you can do for your community to be safe. So if I'm going to be right, Nyavurula, to correct you, the reason why XYZ did not pay a damn, and I'm not discouraging you to not pay your due, my reason is because I feel that there is corruption that has not been resolved. And it still goes on. The bank statement was 51,000. We have had a series of programs. Instead of having money back, to increase the money to 55 or to 60,000, we are coming down to 48,000. When I speak, Nyavurula is getting mad. He said, I'm here disseminating information to the Liberian people wherein it's not factual. And a lot of people out there will understand what I'm saying. It's factual. I'm not here to beat on administration. I'm not here to promote individual. I'm here to talk about the Liberian people interests. And there where I stand. I'm not in nobody's interest. I'm in the people's interest. And that's where I stand. And the chairman is whether you understand where I stand. He knows what I mean. And it is not, we're not forcing on, we're not making conflict on this show. All I have to say is that when the money leaving the account, we should account for it. And the chairman said that Joe Biden has spent money from the American people budget without the Congress approval. So that means our administration in this community is functioning like the American government, where you can just go in the organizational account and take money and disburse the money, use the money anyhow you want to do it. Then afterward, you can come and tell them, hey, I took the money and I used the money, and this is what I use the money for. So if you do that, that is in the form of corruption as well. There is no lawyer going to save you from that. So
you don't.
Question
You don't know. I have to give a rebuttal before you ask a question because you cannot.
Go ahead, give a rebuttal.
You cannot be trying to polish people's statement in the way that it will please your audience and the people that will align with your view. I told you that Joe Biden gave money to Ukraine. I didn't tell you it was in the budget. He allocated money. He used executive power, and he did that very well because Ukraine needed aid. However, let me bring you back to our community. You are telling us like that this administration should wait when the administration needed to respond to the lawsuit in a timely manner, and we as a community who were dealing with death in this community, there was no time to have an emergency meeting. When the lawyer needed to be paid and other people, we should wait when we're supposed to respond to a lawsuit already. We should wait while we're dealing with death and everything else, because the ideas of the people with the lawsuit is to make sure that they can constrain the hands of this organization or this leadership. But I will tell them they fail on every attempt, because when Robert Kerry went to the people to try to put hold on the spending of their account, the judge threw that thing outside the window very fast, because the judge said that man was out of his mind. Like he said, take that stuff from here and I will chunk it. The judge almost slapped Robert Kerry. I'm telling you.
I want to see that video as well.
You want to see the video, you should call him. I'm pretty sure he walked out there shamelessly like a cow. And he walked out there. And the judge allowed that this spending will go on. Look, the judge is not even part of the organization. He said this spending will go on, because when Kerry went out there, he threw that. Who is Kerry to put hold on the account and stop a group of people from functioning well? Really? I told you again, I said there are people in this community with impotent hatred. Hatred that cannot work. It's like a man that cannot function. Impotent hatred. There are a lot of them in this community, and they are trying to damage this community, but they cannot. Because we know that their hatred is impotent. Like impotent hatred, their community is so semi-strong that they cannot bring it down. Now, Yan told you part of making the administration to move forward, or community to move forward, is for you to pay your dues and support this administration. Look, when we trim the budget, you guys never applauded us or whatsoever. Matter of fact, you say we give the people too much money. Our budget that we trim over 60%. Anybody that know good financial work in bookkeeping will tell you that for you to trim a budget over 60% is no easy work. The budget came to our desk and we trimmed it for almost 60%. We took off that budget for area to function with just 40% of the budget they bring to us. And they did that well. Even though hatred was in the community and people were stopping people from attending, imagine if I was going to allow, with my team, allow the entire budget to pass, the whole deficit we're going to be in, and I know it was going to be at your pleasure, and you are going to be on this table talking about how we are down 15 and 20,000. But because of far-sightedness and the fact that the community was very polarized and is still polarized, I decided with the team for us to trim the budget. And we trim it very well. So Mr. Parker performed, and I said we broke even because I saw the book from the financial person broke even. However, I told you I assume I'm here to see where they spend, and I can tell you that every spending she has received. I assume that the money that you guys talking that came from that budget will be a partial payment towards the lawyer, a very fine Jewish lawyer living in Fisher. Matter of fact, you see the main horse is not easy. I told them, say, I want 2 people on the case. I want a female lawyer and a male lawyer. And you know what's going to be included in the next emergency budget? That every time the financial secretary drive to Fisher to drop the check or the mail check business, we will have to pay for the gas as well. Every spending. If we want to be petty, even though we're calling for unity, and people don't want to see unity in the community, some level of pettiness got to happen. Because nobody's going to be driving back and forth to Fisher and they are not using that gas in our insurance. So the next budget probably that need to pass in this community is a very quick and immediate budget. And it's going to be for emergency purpose because this lawyer is going to ask for money as the case proceeds. So every well-meaning Liberian that love this community will talk to people and see how best we can solve this problem outside the cohorts. If not, we will be a fool to the system and the money will go, the money that we all work for and put there. Because you know what? We are not afraid from starting over. We started over with having time. Matter of fact, we have $5 in the budget. We are not afraid of starting over.
Thank you very much.
No.
Man, you talk lentily.
I'm still propaning.
Go ahead. Let me tell you something. You know, hold on. Go ahead. You have the no. You know what? Keep some for another one.
I will learn, but before I learn,
let me tell you, there is no way you will use a tactic for us to forget about what we sort of discuss. We will discuss this issue, and I don't care how you can go 20-minute discussion. I will wait, and I will prepare again, and that's why we are here. You see, this community, I receive it. I think the youth and sport department is calling the chair lady. Let me answer her.
No, we're not accepting call right now.
You cannot stop me in my track.
No, we're not accepting call right now.
Go ahead. I will tell you. Go ahead.
You cannot stop me. I told you, I will reiterate. The next time Fatima or anybody will carry check to the man, because the man let check, we have to pay for the gas. It's $60 gas to go to Fisher and back. So we include that in the emergency spending budget. And this man said he need check. And I'm telling you, check will be the first signature of the president or the vice president will be on it, and we will spend the money accordingly because LAR is in the court. When you talk about why you will not pay, and you see, when you don't try to support things and then you become very critical of things, sometimes it puts you in a place that people question things. Tati took me out of LAR group chat. Yan can serve me witness. I was out of the group chat doing 30 time. You know who paid their due and pay full? Matter of fact, I overpay my due. Call the first lady, former first lady, 30. She will tell you, I overpay my due every year because I wanted this community to move forward. Even though I was mad that Tati tried to silence my voice and step on me, right there, so he did so for the time being. But that was the most transparent government in your liking because you said.
Yes.
And when it's going well with you and everything else, that's why I say everybody can love it according to opinion. And we get people that will say that this community is doing very well on a Parker, and we get people that love Alvin and say Alvington was the best, the very best, even best than Tati. So you cannot stop people from that opinion, for which I love your opinion. I respect it, but everybody will have to deal with their own opinion. So we'll move forward, and I'm telling you again, I reiterate, every morning that will come from that account, you guys will have receipt, and you guys will know how the administration is spending their money. Even if it's for gas, if it's for lawyer, if it's for anything. But what needed to be done and needed to be done expediently was for us to use that money well for the lawyer to first start this case. Now that the board is rolling, we'll do accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like that. That was you said it was a rebuttal, but I will come in and elaborate.
No, I gotta come in too, though.
Hold on. Hold on, y'all for that. Y'all for that. This it's like what I understand here now is like administration and community, because I represent the community right now. You guys are defending the administration.
You do not represent a community that you are not paying. Last time you paid due was back on Egypt. You don't represent a community when you do not pay due. So say I representing SYZ and Philip.
No,
I'm representing SYZ.
You cannot speak for me. You see, that's why. You see,
I'm part of the community.
On OP table.
I'm part of the community. I don't want you to say you're a community representative.
Man, you cannot monopolize the discussion. You cannot monopolize.
No, you're not a community representative.
No, that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
And Savannah Spirit.
The way I feel, you cannot change the way I feel and the way I think. There is no way you can be in my body and think for how.
Go ahead. The next time I'm speaking, I'll be speaking for Pele. The next time I'm speaking, I'll speak for Pele. Go ahead.
I am speaking and I'm representing the community. The Greater Swazi on this show right now, it is the community and LAR. The community versus LAR. That's how I think it'll be. Because I'm defending the community budget, the community money. And you are saying it is...
That's not community... Point of correction.
You'll get your correction later. Let me propose. It's a strategy to silence me, and I shall not yield to that. But let me go into.
I think we need to be timing one another now. We need to be timing one another. Discussion. I would not want my voice to be buried too on the discussion.
Voice will not be buried.
After him, you can go
like
after
him. Look, guys, let me tell you something. I'm not protected.
You are protected.
Okay, then I need silence.
You have been protected. You interrupted me too, so go ahead. You did it for the same people, so you don't cry fire and play victim here. Please go ahead.
Go ahead.
Everybody will listen to you.
Let me tell you something. When people talk about the money leaving the bank, you guys frown on these things, and it had to be discussed. Let me tell you something. You said you guys are doing it with pleasure, like pleasure. I mark that, my pleasure. Okay, and then you said that money leaving the account going to the Jewish lawyer, as much as he requests, it will be spent. Okay, we understand that. But what will happen to the administration that you serve? That administration will turn out to be worse than J.D. Walker administration. And I reiterate, if the administration decides to spend money in any way or form, taking the Liberian people money from the bank account in this community without the approval of the General Assembly, that alone, in that form, it is corruption. And to a point, leaving Indianapolis to Fisher, gas money, $60, Finance Secretary. Lord help me, God. Finance Secretary, under my voice, he took oath to defend and protect the institution. That's LAR. But hold on. You cannot distract me. Shall not ever be distracted. And I will keep focused. And I'm here. That's why I'm the greatest. The greatest Swazi. $60 to the Finance Secretary from here to Fisher, $60 to and fro. I will tell you that itself is corruption in another form. Finance Secretary who's serving the community, $60 to go Fisher. I think if there is a means, we have the chairman here. The chairman can transport the Finance Secretary. Young Furula, who love driving so much, can also transport the Finance Secretary as well. I don't think we'll be paying Young Furula $60. I think when we get our brother Young Furula $20, it will be okay. To carry the Finance Secretary instead of using $60. But anyway, those are the people that are taking care of our money. So they will find loopholes to consume the Liberian people money. But anyway, in the future, these people will still come out and say they want to run for president or something in this community. We are still here. We will put them out. We will tell them, do not trust this individual. These guys are belly-driven politicians. They will sit down and consume your finances. You will not earn anything. So anybody under my voice in this community that decides to be a president or whoever, or secretary or finance secretary, take note. There is a time for you to defend your people. There is a time for you to defend your budget, for you to defend your finances, for you to defend the finances, the spending of this administration. There is a time. It is now or never. If you will not understand to protect your community spending, it is a time. And I will assure you, my community dwellers, I love you so much. I'm here on Open Table pleading for you. I love you so much. What is that? Volula, you are destabilizing this identical conversation.
Our 5 minutes, you are speaking for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Chairman 120 minutes. Chairman 120 minutes. So
I didn't, but you don't go for more than 5 minutes before you started.
But you guys,
you were already going, but go ahead.
All right, I will make a shot. I will tell the Liberian people, if you mean business, I will tell you that if there is no accountability, I will say keep your finances, because we don't want to go back to the administration of J.D. Walker. And there we are, Helen. The chairman clearly stated that the budget committee chairman told you that they will spend the money in any way or form to the Jewish lawyer. The Jewish lawyer already consumed $10,000. And I understand lawsuit very well. The Jewish lawyer will tell you retaining fee is $10,000. You pay that one. Then you go to court 2 times. In a subsequent period of time, say we need additional $7,000. And chairman and his administration will not hold back. They will go into your account and take the money from there and disperse the money. And then at the end of the day, LAR coffer will be empty. The bank account will be empty. All of the promises we make to you during the campaign time, we will not accomplish anything.
That's some of
we will not accomplish anything. But anyway, there's the issue. There's the issue. To be honest with you guys, Liberian people, I would say hold fast to your finances, because where we reach now, it is not the time to spend. It is not even the time to pay due, because the administration is at a stage that we are not functioning anymore. So since there's a lawsuit and the money is going without any accountability, I will assure you to keep your money. When everything is over, when the government starts to function very well, then you can pay your due. Go ahead, Jan.
First of all, you are not a member of this association. One of the things that make you a member of this association, you should not even be disenchanted, because while you're not a member of this association,
I am a member.
You are not a member of this association. You are not.
Protect
and you are not. Yeah.
Injection. I say injection.
No. Let me learn.
Yatam yourself and speak, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. You spoke for 15 minutes.
Go ahead. You can go 100
You are not a member of this association, and you did that during Harvey time. Guess what? The association prevailed. During Harvey time, you did not pay due. You the same thing you're saying today, you are all out there encouraging people not to pay due, not to be part of the association. Guess what? Harvey turned in, the Harvey administration turned in the
most. Harvey administration discuss the current event. We are talking about community and lawsuit. Let me talk, please.
You are not treating the men fair. Allow the men to discuss. The men allow you to talk for.
Go ahead, Bulula.
Let me talk. You were not members of this administration, this association, and you are not been a member of this association. You are not a due paying member. One thing that make you a member of this association is to register and pay your due constantly and be committed to functions of this association, which of course you are not been doing. So you're not a member of the association, and you did that in the past, and you were all in this community passing around encouraging people not to pay due. At the end of the day, what did you see? Avi administration was one of the best in the history of LAI. Was one of the best. And guess what? It will happen again during this administration. You passing around, you telling people, encouraging people to hold on to their finances and hold back of attending functions of the organization functions. You will see. Just by you saying that, I will tell you, all the Liberians live in the city of Canby, they will pay their due from now to the 15th of next month. They will pay their due, and you will see it. I will make sure I will reach out to my people in this community, and they will pay their due, and you will see it. And this administration, it will stand to be one of the best in this community. And I will tell you that when you're not committed to something and you just sit online because of hatred, because of envy, because of bitterness, you just sit aside and just preach or negativities among people. It just sad. This association was funded by our fathers and mothers of this community that first got here in this community. They saw it necessary that it is possible that Liberians should come together in unity under an umbrella called the Liberian Association. It will not take XYZ to break that foundation our parents have laid for us to stand on today. It will not take XYZ, it will not take Savannah Petty, it will not take Robert C. Carey to break it down. And it will stand. And we will continue to commit our time, the little efforts that we have to push the agendas of this organization, and the organization will prevail. You did it before. You did it before. You did it before. At the end of the day, the organization is still standing tall. It's still standing tall. And you're doing it again. Are you not tired that your propaganda not going anywhere? Are you not tired that your envy is not landing on any ground? Are you not tired that your hatred for this administration or for this organization to break down and sit down and laugh at other people tomorrow? Are you not tired that it's not going to land on any solid ground? Are you not tired? I trust you.
Thank you.
I promise you
today. We have a caller. Let me pull the caller through.
No, we're not taking caller right now. The line open. I'm talking.
I override that.
No, you're not override it. I'm not going to allow that to happen.
I can beat you. No problem. My power invested in me. I will take call. Hello. How you doing? You are live on Open Table. This is Jeremiah Sele.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing very well.
Yeah is going to speak. Yeah is going to speak. You cannot mute Yeah.
We have a caller.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah, go ahead and speak.
Disrespectful.
I told you I have a caller.
I take that very personally.
I 20 minutes.
No, yeah, continue. Yeah, speak.
So hold on. I will call you back. Hold on, I'll call you back.
Yeah, continue.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Listen,
you are one of the better person. You and other people in this community.
And then I will speak. Yeah, I will speak and I will speak.
No, we're
not taking caller right now. We're not taking caller right now.
So
we're not taking caller right now.
We're not taking caller right now.
You and other people in this community have been praying for the downfall and the breakdown of what our father fought.
There's no need for me to be on the show when we cannot just to be power equally, when we cannot allow.
You are not going to try to stop people first. When you spoke for 15 minutes, you're going to over right now.
I told you the before I told you your time elapsed. I'm the moderator. I told you your time elapsed.
No, you spoke for 15 minutes. You spoke for 15 minutes, he timed you. He spoke for less than 5 minutes, and you want to call a quarter two.
At time here, you want 16 minutes as well.
Where when it's your time, you can put a quarter two. We haven't decided to open the line, yes, and you about to take call from the line. We will not allow you.
I don't think we are heading anywhere with this discussion.
We are heading where we're supposed to head, because if you want to be part of the group of people with important hatred in this administration.
You see, listen, you keep saying that. Hold on.
But you are not going to use that to stop our voice.
I will not sit here. No.
You will not use that.
I will not sit here and yield to those defensive words that you are using.
I will say it. I will say it because you have to speak to people that are supposed to speak. When was the last time you corrected Pele when Pele honor man the administration? I told you Pele was the one.
Link me with
Pele was the one that was circulating this stuff. Have you called Pele need to correct Pele to tell Pele to stop?
I got nothing to do with Pele.
Oh, Pele has been the one spreading
Cannot learn.
Now go ahead. Cannot learn.
Hold on.
Cannot learn.
Hold on, Fulula. You ask me a question. I want to answer a question before Yan can come in. I am not.
No. You can answer the main question when I'm done.
Fulula, hold on.
I'm done.
Fulula, say hold on.
Answer the main question, my man. You're not doing me fair on the show today. Taking me in the backstage, and cutting me or taking me in the backstage, and then and coming in while I'm still talking. You're not doing me fair on the show
hold
today.
On.
You're not for going in the backstage. Go ahead.
Again, SYZ. Our people, our fathers and mothers of this community started this organization to bring us together. You know, and you and other people, since I get to know you in this community, every administration that comes, you have some disenchantment against those administrations that you will be passing around in this community, stopping people of contributing to the functions and being a members of this organization. So that means your intent is the organization should break down so that you can be happy. That's your intent. And I will for sure tell you today that this organization will prevail. I learned on that. The organization will prevail, and you and other people that are praying for the downfall of this organization, you will continue to see the progress of this organization in this community.
Thank you very much. The line is open now. The number to call is 317-717-1162. The line is open. The number to call is 317-717-1162. Now, let me come in a little bit. Volula stated that I don't want this community to go anywhere. I always bringing chaos in this community. No, I'm not bringing chaos in this community. I'm very transparent when it comes to some of these things. We got a caught up. That's my time talking, but I'm taking a caught up. I want quite transparency. Hello, John Mansley.
How you doing, my dear brother?
I'm doing very well. How you doing, my brother?
I am driving from somewhere, and I was told to tell in by one of my comrades and allies just to follow the discourse, even though I haven't been following too good because of my echo. But I just called to contribute my quarter.
Go ahead.
So I listened to
the panelist.
The panelist interview pertaining a lawsuit. I want to make this crystal clear that when somebody takes you to lawsuit, it doesn't implicate you as a criminal. It's just that they want an extensive hearing pertaining to their situation that they are gambling on, which is like with the issue with Kiri is that you want a logical conclusion of what a board could not settle. So there's no way, in any way, has a lawsuit implicated the administration of stealing money or any roguish attitude. He want a clear picture that is legal, ethical, and moral. And that's why he filed a lawsuit. And it's also contradicting when I see panel talking about the one unity and stuff. And we see very unity from the embryonic stage of the entire process with Kiri issue. They have at that time take specific side of the administration, and they were blindly fooling the administration executive that we can do this. Kiri is insignificant, and these are the kind of things we're trying to stop for it not to go to escalate. Now the issue have been escalated. They are talking about we're going to you can spend association money. I mean, it's there. You are giving the authority and the power to do so. You are in power. You can spend the money anyhow you want to spend it. But one thing I can tell you is that will demoralize and that will cause deformation of the legacy of this administration, because that's not what the people put this legacy, this administration there for. for you to spend the money anyhow. We live in a world of technology. You want to spend money, you can have an emergency meeting, you can call an emergency meeting. Oh, little guy, let everybody gamble that want a lawyer. There's some people can say, oh, instead of having a lawyer, we can make a contribution towards the lawsuit, or we can sit around the table and take care to withdraw the case. But the issue of we spend the money anyhow, I want to spend the money is not a good route. It's not a good path. And that's why we try to encourage. That's what we try to say. For me, I can call any show. Whether you don't want me to talk on the show, it's your media. You can stop me from coming. But I'm open to have my own opinion. Sometimes you really have your opinion, you can express your opinion. People should accept your opinion. You should be also willing to accept other people's opinion. It's not about hatred here. You may see something from different aisles. Somebody may see something from different aisles. So when people say people are hateful, they don't love this community, you don't love this community more than anybody. For the record, we were involved in this community for other people came and joined us, and they are doing well. It's good. That's why we all live in this community. But when somebody sees something from different perspective that is not yours, they're not your enemy. You just see it from different way. So we should know how to mitigate our issues. We should not be personal on these issues. These issues, an issue in court that they can be taken out of court for our Kerry. Depending how we can reach out to Kerry, how we can talk to him and stuff like that. It could be distraction to the administration. It could be other things. We don't know what fuel the process of Kerry going to court. All of these things should be handled properly. But when we insert our leader and tendency, do this to Kerry. Imagine on last Kerry. Create a different group chat with Kerry. There are some people that just like to cause the chaos with every administration, cause the chaos in every administration and think that they are working. There are more responsible things for us to be doing as a librarian in this community with LAR. Then every administration carries confusion. We are not start giving scholarships yet for our young people that are finishing high school that are going to college. Even found that out get offer them for books. All of these things are the things we should be focused on. We are inclined not to know what LAR needs. But when we support this kind of issues that's going on with the administration, a few in the last meeting, my brother voted at institute there. The only reason sometimes I keep contact with go there, we can have a political dispute with each other, we have a mutual respect for each other. We have voted can disagree when I see and still respecting as a person. No matter which side on, no matter his affiliate, who is friend, who is allies. I still talk to him like a human being. But when I appeal on behalf of everybody, I say, look, guys, we're begging you. You're taking people out of the group chat. It's not a good thing for this administration. Go to that stood up. You don't have to support the wrong in the administration for you to be favorable. You just need to do what is right, bro. You don't need to support wrong just to be on the good path or to get support of your agenda. Just sometimes speak the truth, be factual about it. You don't have to fake it to make it. Just be a real person of your own. But you align with that administration is supporting bad. Everything the administration is doing, is always saying is good. How do people that are doing good for the face of the administration? You can encourage people, you persuade them to pay their dues. The reason you persuade people to come and vote for you and collect so much money from people to pay for you. It is some people who are collecting money and contributing to the administration to come to power. What they have done to these people? They are discouraging and kicked out of the chat room. And this very information is giving out, they are getting these information. Other platforms are available. So your mechanical approach is this right. I said that in my brother Yam defended that people don't love the community, I will not pay their dues. We have been paying dues over the years. So we don't love the administration, or you love the administration more than us, or you love AI more than us. So for all of this chicanery to fool people, to bad loyalty, for sympathy, we need to start saying and be real to ourselves. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for giving me a platform to express myself. Once in a while, I'm able to, I will come. And if you have a social platform like this, or big platform like this, in this community, it's good. But you have to leave your personal feeling and let other people be in the studio.
SYZ, you have to control the call. It's been over 5 minutes. I mean, we'll have to proceed if you want to be the one picking up calls.
Thank you very much, Mr. Panelist. I see you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was the voice of Jeremiah Sadiq. Thank you very much. He was
You can't be allowing one call to go more than 5 minutes. What are you doing?
He was propounding, and I didn't want to cut him off. Anyway, I'm about to quote
other people view that you don't like, you will cut them off. Don't be doing that when you are the one that taking calls. You got to be very transparent.
We have Miss Bernie Alpha. Hello, Miss Bernie Alpha.
Hello, how are you? How are you guys doing today?
We are doing good. It's very, very heated in the studio. Young people is venting. Go ahead.
That's okay. The heated discussion is needed. I was just calling in to give my input on the discussion today. People love to say in this community that people hate the community because they speak out against things. We're not all one-minded people. We all got our own brains. If everybody thought the same, then we wouldn't have any problems whatsoever because everybody would be on the same wavelength. When there's issues, everybody want to be in each other's ear to stand ground. This is where stand ground goes to. It goes to court because guess what? Grown-ups cannot sit down at a table and come up with a decision on how to move forward. Everybody wants to prove a point and put their chest out like they are, they know all be all. So this is where we at. And secondly, y'all always talking about people hate the administration, want to see the administration downfall because they lost. First of all, some of us that lost work harder than the people who won. Let me state that first. Secondly, it's a bunch of peon things going on in the administration, and that's why we have these little issues. Everybody want to jump on the bandwagon to show that, I'm loyal. You should be loyal for a good reason. You're loyal because you're right. You're loyal because you are working towards moving your community forward. You are loyal because you are actually making a change in a community. Don't be loyal to bullshit, and don't be loyal to lies, and don't be loyal to poking your chest out.
That's why I like you, Effa. I like you so much.
Secondly, you're talking about giving financial.
You got 2 more minutes, Effa. 2 more minutes, Effa.
You gotta tell the caller to choose their voice. To choose their voice. We got listeners all over around the world listening to us.
Yeah, I will advise her.
From north to south to east to west. So if you're gonna give her
when the caller is in line with XYZ view, then he extend the meaning and he allow them to slide without correcting them. That in itself.
One more minute, Effa.
Okay, but you guys are talking, so I need my 2 minutes back.
1 more minute, Effa.
All right, and then thirdly, LAI is an organization, right? We made it clear that it's an organization, so we're not community-wide. And if we want to make money, there are people on the winning team who won't even go to Phillips Shaw to advertise their program, and they poorly advertise their program, so it's not excelling the way it should be. So if we want to push community, we need to be inclusive of everybody and not try to bring division by saying, you are not a part, so you can't speak, but you want their money so the organization can excel.
20 seconds.
Let's have true unity and quit faking the people. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Bernie Effa, youth chair lady of this community. Anyway, let me come in and buttress. I mean, not the buttress, but to
my man. The first caller mentioned me throughout his call. He talked about me. Can I respond?
Volula, you respond. Let me come in. I want to respond to you first. Then you can respond to the caller. Keep your note. I know the chairman will come in as well. The chairman has something to say too about the caller. I know that. Thank you very much. There's an issue, Mr. Volula. You say I always bring chaos to every administration.
Since I get to know you in the community.
Hold on. You see, this is my problem. And I will tell you, I hate corruption. I'm not the kind of guy that will call to go sit on the table to drink pepper soup and forget about the community issue. I shall not do that, Young Volula. I'm not one of those that will be called behind closed door to go and bury the interest of the community. Shall not do it. That's why they don't come into those meetings. Because we're not. This is the thing. You say I brought chaos. The man who brought chaos is the man that make you financial secretary in this community. The records are there. When you serve as financial secretary under Mr. Tati administration, I was one of those who came to destabilize the tyrannical leadership of Afin Peno. The records are there. And I make you.
You tell the people also what was your function, what was your function during 30, and what the program that you had, that you spearheaded during 30.
That is
Tell the people.
to silence me, and I will not shall not be silent. See, Chairman understand the moral needs. Chairman understand. That's why he's sitting listening, because he will talk. Let me speak. My voice shouldn't be buried. Will not shall not ever. I pray to the old lion that my voice will be heard by the people that are listening to me. So help me God. So, Mr. Vulula, my interest is not hatred. My interest is transparency. I will not be in this community and sit down and allow the community money be expanded. Our old people go to work. People work to Amazon. People work in various factories. People work in the snow to go to work. They pay their dues. And then somebody who sit down there, he said, I'm the smartest man in this community. I will eat their money. Nobody will do me anything. Nobody will do you something, but justice must prevail. And that's why we that sit in the community as a silver-headed man, we thought it was that we say there should be justice. And there is justice. We are living in a country of law, not a country of men. Wherein Nya Volule will go in a closed door and have a meeting and say, let's take the money and eat it. We can do nothing. Nobody can do anything to us. No, those days are gone. Those days are gone. And you did mention about penal administration, where you said I extend myself from penal administration. Yes, I did. I extend myself from administration due to some lack of understanding. And that understanding is I accuse the mayor of corruption, that which I can prove. The first program, the same way we had a program for Julius Parker doing the inaugural ball. It was the same thing. The inaugural ball with Penner, I was there. The Jeremiah just called. He even gave me a ticket for me to sell for him because he was busy. I saw the ticket. Alvin Penner called me and said, you have to give me the money. I told him I will not, shall not ever give you the money. You are the president. You are not the financial secretary. You are not the secretary. I will not give you this money. I will expend this money. I will give this money to the rightful person according to their position. And that's what I did. I gave the money to the rightful people, but not having Penner. That's what a true leader do. So from there, having Penner said, you're going to silence me. And then, I don't even want to dive into the corruption aspect. Let me let that go. Because having is now irrelevant in the discussion anymore. And the leadership that brought you to power as a secretary in this community, wherein you walk away, you told the community that your mom was sick. Let's dive into that a little bit, Nya Volule. You told the community after we overwhelmingly talked to the community to vote for you. They voted you to power. But at a certain point, because your interest wasn't met, I don't know, you wanted to take some money again, Tati refused, then you walk away. You resign, you say your mother was sick. The records are there, bro. We understand these things. We are here as a politician. We analyze and catalog some of these things. They are in our dossier for future reference. Nya Volule, we shouldn't dive into that issue. I love you so much, my panelists. I don't want to lose you on this table. So on that note, I will pause on that and come to this current administration, to the lawsuit. The lawsuit,
really?
I'm coming. I'll give you the time. I will give you the chairman time to talk. I come to the lawsuit.
You are over 6 minutes. So when somebody talking, please don't stop them.
Keep that. Keep the record.
Okay.
I come to the lawsuit. You say I'm very, very envious. That is why I'm supporting the lawsuit. You say I'm jealous. That's why I'm supporting the lawsuit. You say I don't like change. That's why I'm supporting the lawsuit. And I said no to that. I said no to those divisive words that you brought onto this show. The audience are listening. I said no to that. I believe in transparency. That is why I asked the administration for accountability. And the former board refused to address these things. Where are we today? We are in a court of law. We're going to court. A common thing that will be resolved. But you, Jan Volula, who sat there and said that we should go to court if nothing else should be done with the interest of the people should be buried so that your will prevail. That was a statement from Jan Volula. And because of me standing up for the community, I'm the bad guy. I have become the old lion in a city that nobody wants to talk to. Because I stand for the truth. Nothing but the truth. And I will not, shall not ever. It can even be my uncle that become a president of this community. When my uncle mismanage the funds, I will speak out. That is why my statement is carried out many times before they are dead. The villain takes them at once. But I will pause and allow the chairman to propound because it's the chairman's turn to propound. Chairman, go ahead.
You see, first of all, it's a good thing that we can allow people to call on the show and talk and express their opinions. Matter of fact, you should be very, if you speak on corruption and try to talk about being fair, you should be fair to everybody that will place a call through your line, and not because a certain view align with yours, so you make the person to prolong and still on the line. You have other people calling for over 5 minutes, and you have other people calling for less than that, and you will try to stop them in their tracks. But again, this show is open. Matter of fact, if people want to appear here, they can reach out to you to try to appear here. This place, look, this is a marketplace of discussion. We are very well qualified to discuss issues and to express ourselves without fear nor favor. So when people want to come over here and address that, we don't care. You can come here and we will accept you. Look, Jan gave you a little bit of your track record for which I don't want to dive into. You start things when they don't go your way, and whatsoever, you walk away from them. You started having and start process. You held meeting with Alvin and whatsoever, and I was studying before Alvin and before having a meeting with Alvin and everything. You never say Alvin was corrupt or whatsoever, and then he was he was a good man or whatsoever. I here on this platform can stay to you and say categorically clear that Alvin is not worse than the Pele that you have never corrected one time in your life. Matter of fact, Savannah's D Pele is worse than Alvin if I want to go down the line. But again, that is a man that have no sin in your favor and in your eyes. He's spotless clean. Whenever Savannah's Spirit rings the line, you are willing to work with him. Matter of fact, Savannah's Spirit is the mastermind of a lot of corruption and chaos in the community. But that is a man that my brother XYZ so dearly loved, that even when Savannah Spirit called for XYZ address to be placed on the document, XYZ allowed. My brother who would tell me to not tell people where he lay. I saw your address on the document because Savannah Peters wanted that. But do you know that for how long will you not stand up to certain element in the community when you want change? In order to get change is to look certain element and people in the eye and say you got to stop the way you proceeding before you corrupt and tint my character. That's why some of us look at some people and stay far away from them, because it's necessary. That is not hatred. That is love for oneself, and that is love for moving forward as an individual and a person. You talk about Tati being or working so very hard, whatever. Tati silent the voices of so many people. The Bala and other people that were in the other block of your administration, they got silent. Tati pulled all away and threw everybody away, and you said that was the best administration for you. Right? So because you serve inside. And Jan can tell you whatsoever, even that administration you serve in, that you say it was the best or whatsoever, you held just one event, and that was the end of the year when the administration was almost closing. That's a position, one event.
Yeah.
that even when I, as a brother, tell you, say you know about finance and budget and whatsoever, instead of you complaining of whatsoever, why can you come and make it work? That PACO gave you appointment on the budget committee, you walk away from the appointment. People who really care about fixing things will try to fix them, even though there are some things in their heart that is not doing so well. That's why I did for 30. I paid my due for 3 years, and I spoke to Tati for 3 years. Even when Tati put me outside of the group chat, I still talk to him. Matter of fact, if you go through my phone, I talk to the first lady as well. Even Miko, I spoke to Miko then. I felt some type of way through the administration, but I spoke to them. I wanted to make sure that things was going well. It's not because I see it some type of way, so I will put myself ahead. It's not because it's corruption in your eye, so everywhere is dark around you. You are the only light. That's not how you run and you live in a community. You are saying that PACO administration is corrupt. You have indicted this administration even before they go through the due process. And I'm telling you that every particular thing, there is a receipt on book that they can give you very well. And there are sometimes they have a program that never performed to its capacity, or what they expected, they never earned. But we broke even. The money was even to the end of the year, or at the end of the year. Yet, going forward into this year, they are dealing with a lawsuit. And we talking about people waiting for it to reach to a certificate. For how long should we pamper or play to the behavior of one person? Do you guys know how long it took Robert Kerry before he went to the court? Every single era Kerry went, Kerry didn't get what he wanted, because Kerry is a hold and he wasn't looking for a solution. He wanted for us to say, yes, you are right. That's not how you solve problems. Kerry went to the administration, he was wrong. Kerry went to the elders, he was wrong. Kerry went to the board, he was wrong. So Kerry is not seeking solution. Kerry is seeking that, yes, I am right and I'm the holy one. Matter of fact, worship me. For 3 or 4 places he went in the community. Wrong. Solve the problem. Now, those that love Kerry and love the community will tell him, say, it's about time that you stop. Since you've been going here, everybody's saying this, go back to your people and work. They said no. They said, go and sue the administration. But you guys talking about where do you guys stop, or how you guys decided to start or help the process. You guys know how many times I spoke to Kerry on the phone? Last year, I spoke to Kerry for almost 2 to 3 hours sometimes on the phone. I can give you records. I tell you, I said, slow down. But you guys don't see the work behind the scene. Look, man, I will tell you guys, I know some people frown at the fact that we are close to leadership and they look at it. You cannot damage what you didn't create. Some of us were created in the eyes of God, and we walk this earth by grace. I will tell them that if they have impotent hatred, it cannot destroy some of us, because the things we do in this community, we sleep sound at night with a clear conscience. And when you talk about belly-driven politician, please don't put me in that category, because you SYZs know fully well I'm very capable of taking care of myself and my family and everything else. Financially, I'm not the one seeking the money that's in your account. 50,000, 51,000. What is that to me? Are you trying to insult my intelligence on the platform of 51,000 being better driven? When I myself can even hire my own Jewish lawyer if I want to from my own pocket, I'm begging you, man. Having time when the administration wanted money to have the July 27 program.
You're going 12 minutes now.
12 minutes, I will soon be closing. Having time, it was not 12 minutes, but I will soon
close. No, we're not closing, we stay here discussing. I said you want to go.
Having time for Yando Kanye. Having time, last program, July 26th. Or better driven and everybody, as you say, trying to spoil community. I was in Hawaii. I will reiterate for you to hear. I was in Hawaii. My brother picked the phone and called to me. He said, Junior, brother, what are we doing for the community? I said, how the people have celebrated July 26th on our pocket. That was having money and my money. It was nobody taking money from the budget. Call fella knuckle and ask him, Who pay for the
No, I
drinking?
cannot talk for that now. I know is corrupt. Go ahead.
Ask that Nogo. Alvin and Joseph City Jr. pay for July 26, 2019. While I was away. You want to call me or better driven because I'm telling the community what is right? Look, people who want to solve something spend towards them. That's why I will pay my dues and I will pay in this community to make sure this community is right. Because we are not better driven, we are seeking solution because our family and our children live in this community. I rest my case.
Okay, Vurula, before you come in.
Oh my man, I've been waiting long. Don't let me lose my thought.
Go
ahead.
Vurula, I said before you come in. I think what the chairman listened to very well, what he captured from my expose was better driven politician. But he always used that parable. They told the animal name, they said all the ugly animal name will go draw water. Bamboo said, I'm not taking the bucket. I mean, I'm not going nowhere. So when we are talking about better doing politician, I'm not saying Honorable Chairman is a better doing politician. I said we have better doing politician in this community.
Which is me, right? Because you vividly said it.
But Vurula, if you are better driven, then it's suited. Whoever on this platform.
Let me come in before I lose my thought. Let me come in before I lose my thought.
But I just want to declare the better driven.
You know, SYZ, when we're on the platform, we should give information that the people will take in and digest. When I resigned from the Tati administration, I gave a very clear reason. It's on record. And I sent it to the president at that time, which was President Tati. And when I resigned, I didn't resign to stay away from the functions of the organization. Every function, I was the first in the hall to put a cloth on the chair and was the last in the hall to take and save the material of LAI. When I resigned, I did not stay that way.
That yet to be proven.
The records are there. The people in the community are my witness. I was the first in the hall and last in the hall to leave to make sure that LAI material, the LAI you love today, the organization you love today that you say you protecting. I been there. Since Alvin Day to this day, I've been there. Look, when we say we love things, no matter how things not going your way, you think the job that you're doing, that everything that's going on in the job that you like, you think there's no corruption or other thing going on in the job? You see it. When you see it, you can still talk, but you still go to work, right? You still do the people's job. That's what we call law for sting. You talk. We're not saying don't talk on issues, but be committed to the things that you love so that it can't break down. Stay in while you're trying to fix it. Continue to protect it. That's what I do. If not, I'm the only young man in this community on every area functions. I'm the highest. If not, I'm the highest contributor to area functions.
That's
financially.
Go ahead.
I'm telling you. If not, go ahead. That's what I say. If not, I'm the highest that I know contributor financially. My time, my effort, my everything. I'm the highest contributor. Young man in this community to area functions. The records are there. The community are my witness. The community can attest to that. That's what we call it. Everything that's going on in area. It I like everything. But guess what? I'm trying to prove to our area, the founders of this organization, that we, the young people, we are capable and we head onto this. We will not break it down. We'll continue to carry the legacy. The things they built for us, we'll continue to maintain it. That's what I do. I'm not like you people that every organization that come, corruptions are there. Every organization that can, corruptions are there. So when corruptions are there, you preach the message to everybody in the community: stay away, put your money in your pocket, do not attend function. That's what I do. But for you to sit on the platform today, you say, oh, I resigned because I wanted to eat some money from Tati administration and Tati black me that why I resign. That's sad to hear that from you. That's sad. But anyway, that's your opinion. But I gave my reason why I resigned. Again, I did not stay away from LDI. What I want to tell you, I didn't want to talk on this particular lawsuit. I've been touching a lawsuit today because why? It's in court. It's in court. I want the court to prevail before we can start discussing it.
Yeah.
But my brother Jeremiah came on here. He said, oh, they were trying to how you call it, to solve the problem from the initial stage, and some of us sat there were pressing the people to say, we love power, so this should not happen. Do you know all the process that Kevin went through that the honorable chair said? There are rules. LDI is a laws-abiding organization. There are rules put in place that when situations like that happen, they go through process. And Kevin went through all those process. Kevin sat before the board, our elderly people in this community, and they tried to solve the problem. Kevin was very vindictive with the board. At the end of the day, he sued the board instead. But again, I don't want to go deep into the lawsuit because why it's in court, and LDI have put their resources into it. They will see the result. When the result comes, then where some of us now will come to discuss the court matter very well. I'm not here to discuss what's still ongoing process.
Okay.
So y'all should not sit here and mislead the public that y'all try to solve the problem and nothing happened. And some of us we try to suppress the critical voices. We all are critical voices in the community. We all are critical voices in the community. So don't feel that Kevin did not go through process. Kevin went through all the legal process of LDI. And Kevin refused to listen, and everything went against him. So when he went to court, he tried to put injunction on our account and even tried to put hawk on the new board induction. Guess what? It was denied. So we're waiting to see the ruling from the court. Let's see how we move forward from there. But again, I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest, one of the most contributors of LDI. My effort, my time, my finance, the communities are aware.
Even the chairman differ with you and that, no problem. But let me come in a little bit. Nyam Fulula is saying that he's the highest contributor young man in this community with LDI. I say no to that. Anyway, people are there. People are in the comment section. The community is listening. The whole world listening. Nyam Fulula have come again to give himself flower that he did not earn. No problem. Chairman is there. He can attest to that. Other young people, I know them. When the second division, I see their name as well. Fulula, but anyway, let me dive into the issue of before I come to Fulula.
I make it clear. I say LDI.
I understand. LDI is the community. On the other end, Fatima is in the comment section, clapping, jubilating, elevating Nyam Fulula exposition on OP table. Thank you, Nyam Bonglai. Take off Fulula. You know, when we see this thing, you know, Fatima, it sounds so difficult for me to discuss some of these things because Fatima is the financial secretary. You coming on here, we're talking about our money, disappearing for the account. You as financial secretary, then you are there imploring people who are taking the money from the account. Look, it's a shame to see the finance secretary come on here, even making a post about our money, the community's money. Fatima, we voted for you.
Your money not there. Your money not there. Your money not there. You
don't understand government. Fulula, you just run all around the community like a peddler. You don't understand administration. You only run because you got a vote to run. And the time will come, you'll understand that. The fault you have will be, I don't know, I'm going to say mutilate or, you know, there's a way. No,
Don't just do your juju on my phone. Don't do your juju on my phone. That's all.
Remember, you don't understand. That's like that's literature because you don't understand some of these things. When I'm telling
my man, what I know, say I don't know nothing. I'm a
hold
man on board from Nima County. I'm sitting right here.
Hold on.
I don't know nothing.
You are masquerading the political corridor that you don't understand. And as an individual, as a young person in the community, if you want to accept to certain places, keep quiet. You talk too much, then you do. You can't be in everything. That's my
what you doing? Not talking.
I'm giving you a warning before I dive into the issue.
My man, I'm not taking that warning. I'm not taking that warning. Say your warning to yourself right now.
Can we get ready to wrap up here?
Right now. Hold your warning to yourself.
Can we get ready to close out, co-chairman, please?
Let me propound.
Okay, go ahead.
I stay on the finance secretary who is jubilating in the comment section.
What? You blush? She call Yanni.
Jubilating for the money to be spent in anywhere from without any accountability. But Fatima, let me tell you something. I will tell you this, that before you begin the finance secretary, some of us were in a struggle. We fought to bring you, to make you who you are. If you feel you will sit down and smuggle the Liberian people money, you are doing harm to your career politically. I start right there.
Everybody doing harm to
for Young Fulula, you said the matter was taken to the board. The matter was taken to the board and was thrown away. There's the issue.
It will not throw away.
The board today, you are backing Mr. Fulula. You felt disenchanted at some point. But today, because I don't know in any way or form, while you receive, beyond closed door, nobody knows, only you. And the days will come wherein we will expose all of these things openly in this community. And look, there is nothing will be done in darkness the daylight will not see. That is one note. And another thing, you did mention about destroying people. No, we don't destroy people. When we say the truth, it doesn't mean that we hate people. The truth will always set you free. And there we hail from. There we hail from. I will not come here and sit on this platform and say things to sugarcoat people. I don't do that. If I would be the Una Azazi without a friend, I don't care. But I will say the truth. And the truth will set me free. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I think the chairman should know me from now on. He knows me very well. I will not back the wrong when I see the wrong. I'm not like you, Nyan Fulula. You will see the wrong going. Then you say, it is not a wrong. Like you came here the other day, you say, Masare. Masare is a young man. Even the community were somehow astonished about that. Masare being a young man. Or it is because you want favoritism from Masare. So you want to put on the boss and make yourself look good. That's what you do. You go behind closed door, put your friends under the boss and make yourself look a good man. And that is not how you live. As an individual in the community, you don't do that. Don't do things to make yourself look good to the other people. That's not how we live. If you want to be famous, it is not about destroying another person. We don't do that. If you say the truth, nobody gonna go against the truth. The truth remain the truth. And like I stood the other day, I said, our worst enemy in this community should be corruption. And there we stand. And I stand there. I don't care how people leave from that path. I will be on that path and discuss the issue. And another thing you say, you are the highest contributor to LAR as a young man.
I still stand by him.
And
I want anybody that will come and debunk me on that.
That is a big lie.
Tell one of the person that is highest contributor to LAR, young man in this community. Say it.
Even the chairman who is on the show, look, I don't want to bring divisive. I would just leave it like that. I don't want to do that. Follow that? There are a lot of people. Even with on a platform, you are not the highest. Let's leave that. That's a lie. Before we even go to the community, it's a big lie. You gotta stop misleading yourself. And I will stop there. The show is not about you, but I will tell you it's a caveat that you need to stop some of these things. For us to move on, I think we say we don't have no cut up. Go ahead and get a parting statement. If the chairman want me to give my parting statement, I'll leave so he can talk. No problem.
I just talk.
I just talk. Parting statement as well. Go ahead, Volula, get a parting statement so we can depart.
Again, I still stand by my word. Financially,
yeah,
effort, time. I still stand by my word until somebody else can come up and tell me, say, yeah, I tap you in this. I'm the highest contributor to LAI since I got involved with LAI. I'm the highest. SYZ, you're not even close to me, so
I don't even close to you, because I don't.
When you spoke of, oh, I can just say stuff to make myself look good.
You're close.
What's about you? What's about you? I don't look for favoritism from anybody. I don't care how people feel about me. I see it and I say it and I stand by it. I don't go back on it. That the way I can do it. I don't go back on it. If you don't know me, start studying me from today onward. That's who I am. I see it, I say it, and I don't go back on it, and I stand with it. That's who I am. If someone in this community who looking for favoritism from their circle, it should be you, SYZ. Because you can look at Savannah Petty, will insult people in this community and don't say nothing. You look at Robert C. Carey vindictiveness in this community and you back him up. When the whole inaugural ball stuff happened, I was on that inaugural ball. Who stood up in the meeting and told the Liberian people that we should not accept this. But that should give me the courage to stay away from LAI. No, if I stay away from LAI, who am I going to be expecting to come and make LAI better? I stay in there, we find solution to the problem, we fix it together. We all point at the problem and we see the problem and we look for solution together on the round table and we fix it. That's what leadership is about. If you say, I don't know leadership, for me, I'm from Nima County, grew up, born, raised in Nima County, and I will always say that I'm a poor man from Nima County. If I don't know nothing, I can always say I don't know nothing. And I'm not shy away to say I don't know nothing. But you that know book, what are you teaching our younger children are coming in this community about teamwork? What are you teaching them about teamwork?
2 more minutes.
What are you teaching them? You that know book, you that know everything, you that know everything in this world. What are you telling? Even the younger folks, the late Judah Parker Jr. were putting young children together in this community. And he named them the future leaders of Liberian community of Indiana. Those children, now that their leader is no more, they're looking up to you and I, that in a public space in this community. What are you teaching them that when you are in a team, this is how you should behave? What are you teaching them?
One more minute.
My dear brother, for me, I'm not shy away to say that I'm not no book. I don't know nothing. But the little I know, I stand by it and I don't go back on it. Again, LAI was funded for a reason, for unity in the state of Ghana. And LAI, you and I will leave LAI here. LAI will continue to progress. You didn't have in time. You carry on the same behavior you carry on right now, telling people to hold back their money in their pocket, telling people to stay away from LAI function. Guess what happened? At the end of the day, LAI prevailed, and Ivy administration was one of the best in the history of LAI. It happened yesterday, and we're happy doing this administration.
Thank you
this
very
administration
much.
will prevail. This administration will prevail. You talk about every day that money left the account. When all the past government in 1 year time, did you bring that to public life?
If the chairman want me to go, I can go. But
did you bring that to public life? In 1 year time, the Rufus Tati show up bank account in 1 year time and tell us what was in the bank account within his 1 year time. And Rufus Tati only turn over 51,000 at the end of his term. So let's give this administration chance. I ask you and other people to join this administration. Let's push the agenda of this community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the voice of Nyan Volula, Nyan the Dev Volula, favorite son, Niba Kante. Honorable Chairman, go ahead and get a parting statement.
You can go ahead. I'll go last.
So we can gather here.
You can go ahead. I'll go last.
I will give my parting statement. Senator Chairman refused to get a parting statement. No problem. I will give a parting statement, and that will be it.
I will go last. You can't do that. You can say I'll do it, and that will be it. I told you I'll go last. Last weekend you went last. You are not going to be going last every time. I will go last this time.
If you want to go last, anytime left for you.
All right. You said, but you said you get a party statement. That will be it. So you won't.
Yeah, I will get mine, and I'll be gone. That's why I'm saying that will be it.
Okay, go ahead.
Did I say you shouldn't speak?
Go ahead.
The issue is not about you. Look, we're not on a dialogue on this table. You guys want to turn this table into dialogue? Then so be it. But this is the issue. Let me come in. Nyan Volula, nobody did mention about your education or your credential. Nobody did mention about that. What we mention about is the corruption aspect, where you have been manipulated in so many ways in the community. And the community that you want to serve so dearly, there is a way you walk a path, not in the interest of individual, but in the interest of the community. Like I said, and I reiterate, I don't care who love me, who hate me. I don't care. All I would say to you is, when the run is there, I don't even care. When Jesus Christ came, and not everybody love him, but he did what he's supposed to do, and the time for him to leave, he left. And that's what I stand for. I'm not saying Jesus Christ, but I will tell you where the wrong is. We will preach about the wrong, because we fear nothing. Every man going to die someday. So I'm not going to worship anybody, no individual. I worship the Almighty God, and that's what I believe in. So nobody going to silence my voice, and I believe that. So let me come to Comrade Volula. Volula, the issue there is nobody in this community is saying that you resign, what you put on the paper to Tati for you to resign. Nobody going to say it's not factual on the paper. But we politicians, we think beyond what is written. No man will think for me. I think for myself. And when I sit and analyze stuff and what I believe in, I say them. And another thing you said, Kerry went to the bowl. Every place he went, everything was thrown out. It is not because that you go to the bowl and mean the bowl is right. And not everything the bowl says is right. Let me tell you this now. The board came out and said that nobody applied to do the audit. And I did. So is the board right? The board is not right. I did apply. The board said nobody in this community applied. I did apply. Those are some of the things you should be analyzing as a politician as well. And I will tell you this before we leave, and I want you to keep this in your mind. I don't hate you. I love you, Vulule. I love every one of you on this show, up to the community. I do. But I will tell you the way you proceed as a politician, you need to stop. That's my advice to you. You need to stop. You need to stop in the sense that you always want to be in the good eyes. Those are things you need to put stop to. If you can do the right thing, I know you're a good, promising young man, but you need to do the right thing. Do not please individual. That is your problem. You please individual. And that path is very wrong. You say, I cannot bring administration into being and walk away. You know why people resign? But you did it though. You brought Tati into being as a Secretary General of the community and you resigned. The records are there. You did resign. And we all brought this administration into being. So if people are feeling disenchanted with the way the administration is running, when they speak out, it's a problem. Like the chairman clearly stated that the appointment on the budget committee, I walk away because it's not in my favor. Look, I want to address that. Honorable Chairman, the budget committee was funded for 5%. I wish you, Maurice Gua, the Vice President, Prince Boya, Johnson Okoye, the Vice President Barilla, how you call it? I just forgetting the brother name, but it will come to my mind. McKay, we were 5. And I stood up, I told the president, I said, it is not about me, Johnson Okoye. I said, on this budget committee, and Fatima again, Fatima was part of that. I said, on this budget committee, you have the chairman, Joseph Ziggy Jr., who is the chairman for the budget committee. I love that. I said it. I said, I love that. That's a good move. I said, but you make his brother, Maurice Gua, existing to him on the budget. I told you, I said, I have a problem with that. I said, you can even make McKay deputy to the chairman. I said, that's not the issue. Or you make Fatima next to the chairman or the vice president to the chairman of the committee. I said, I got a problem with that. I said, but there's no way, when it comes to transparency, there is no way you will make the 2 brothers, chairman and co-chair, on the budget committee. I said, if the chairman agree, his brother will not go against it. I said, so remove you remove Maurice Gua, replace him with somebody else as a co-chair on the budget committee. They said that cannot happen. I said, but I'm not going to work with a budget committee that, in the eyes of the public, will not be transparent because of the legislative structure. I said that. I told the president. I didn't have my feeling. I told the president. I said, with that being said, I will not work on this budget committee. It's not that I hate the chairman or I hate Maurice Gua, but I love the community because I believe in transparency. Because I don't want for anything to go wrong wherein I am part of something that my name be implicated. That's what I said. And I will rest. Chairman come on after he's done, then we'll close the show and walk away.
Oh, first of all, it's a good thing. First of all, it's a good thing to discuss this community. Shout out to Fatima. Shout out to Tutu McCarthy. My niece, I love you. Shout out to President Logan. Shout out to Masando Camo. Shout out to Alvin Penner from watching back home. And shout out to Jeremiah Moba. Shout out to Ambassador Tuku and everybody else. Well, first and foremost, it's a good thing for us to discuss this community. And it's a good thing. Thanks to those listening. We're about to be closing here very shortly. I'll be brief and I will address both my brothers and I will just
I'll close it out from here. First and foremost, Jan, keep doing what you're doing for the community. You see, in life, sometimes you have to understand that when you are doing things for the community, sometimes you have to do them. Even when people are not praising you or acknowledging you, it's good that you do that. But in so doing, I'll try to be a little bit conscious of the self-recognition or self-praise sometimes. Sometimes just allow people to speak for themselves or for people to draw their own conclusion or judgment, which of course people know in this community that you have been working. You are one of the young men that have been out there, and in due time, the community will know the work that you have been putting into this community. For me, I believe you as a brother, and I think you should keep proceeding. One good thing about the fact of the matter is you work with people even if they are against you, and that's a good thing. And it's a good thing for a leader. And so keep doing what you're doing. For my brother John Z XYZ, I think you have said within there. You say you don't please people, you don't do nothing whatsoever. The very thing you are accusing Jan for, sometimes we have our own problem when we deal with them. I remember you always question me about my relationship and closeness and nearness to my brother Alvin Peno, which of course I say Alvin is like a family to me. And I have never criticized severely enough, but I have stayed in his face and tell him, I stood in his face so many times. I stood in his face so many times, and I told him whenever he went wrong. And there are some things I frowned off and hang up the phone with him, and there are some things I walked away with from him because we were making decisions. And I told him, sometimes in the public, that you are wrong. One good person you have never done so in your life is Sylvanus D. Pele. Pele is like an oligarch, like a Russian oligarch over you. I don't know the dirt that Pele has on you, but because of Pele, you will tint your character in so many ways. Sometimes he comes with ideas that run contrary to yours. You will never tell him, say, my man, take that away from my ear. I don't want to listen to you. For so many times, I have been looking at you, have never cautioned him, for which I believe you, as an older brother, older than me by so many years, you have good judgment and good thinking. But when you have somebody who dwell in darkness for the rest of their life, Peter has been a man that loved darkness since I was in Dapos, and he will never change. There are times that I do things for him, I walk away from him because I know who he is. When people in this community never wanted to sign his paper and try to get him out of the problem it was Joseph Sede Jr. that was placing calls and sending emails for him to be to where he is. He came back out and he went straight for me and attacked me. Matter of fact, he loved those that frowned their face against me, and he is part of the team of impotent hatred people. Peter is part of that team. And they cannot destroy me because I walk in grace. And everything I do for them, I do it for them from the pen of a very good conscience. That's why we sleep sound at night. You talk about the budget committee, and I will address that before I close. The budget committee were not even getting money. We were just looking at budget figures. So I don't know where the corruption was coming from. We were looking at figures and saying, cut this down, cut this down, cut this down. Not a single cent. In order for corruption to take place, there should be some transaction. Not a single cent we receive from the administration. So when you say you hate corruption because you don't want to work on the budget committee, when was the last time the budget committee ever handled $5? Now, you talk about me being the chair and my brother being the co-chair, so you always agree. Maury and I never always agree on so many things. There are a lot of things in this community you would know for your fact. Now, even my little brother who I so dearly love, Kevin Nimlin Silly, he and I sometimes we do not agree on everything. And that's my brother that I so dearly love. So when you talk about Morris and I agree and voting in the same way, shape, or form, that is an insult to my intelligence because you're trying to tie my opinion and intellect to my brother, for which he has his, I have mine. So when you are serving on that committee, while you are not an assistant chair or somebody else and Maury is, it was still going to be a democratic process or voting process. That which that Morris and I were just
who happen to be two appointments from the square, which is not monopoly, because that Parker is not our father, he's not in our family, he appointed us. But everybody else could vote otherwise, and there was nothing I was going to pass with just Maureen and Art idea. It was going to be almost 4-2 in vote, because everybody would say no, and Maureen and Art say yes, if you want to take it your way. But because you told our president, you cannot behave like Kerry in a matter, which of course you're not seeking solution, you are seeking something to please you. That's why Kerry take this administration to court. You told the president if he cannot have someone working on a budget committee or budget committee as assistant, you will not work, because Maurice Goode is assistant to his brother Joseph. Which of course, my brother, you know my integrity very well. And you will tell me that there is corruption. When last have I ever been corrupt in your eyes? If you want to, there are questions how far you know me and the things you do and stay around me. Because you should stand with firm to know that Joseph stand on principles. That regardless of who I work with, even if it's my brother Kevin that I dearly love, I will still stand on my principles. But you said that was the reason for which you walked away from the committee. My brother, you weren't there to solve problem or find solution. You wanted the president to please SYC desire. And that is not good for a community or for any person going forward. You are my older brother, I will tell you going forward. There are some things will not please or align with your values, but you have to work if you want to change things. That's why I work on that committee. Not because I feel that, oh, I have all the solutions and problem to problem. No. Tatita, it hurt my feelings. Joseph, I love to talk, type, and write, and communicate. Tati suppressed my voice for 2 good years in this community. Yet I still pay dues. And I saw him in public. I shake his hand. I say, Mr. President. While inside of me was boiling, I was still paying dues. So to every Liberian in Indiana listening to my voice today, please continue to pay your dues, because your money will be used to the best of your ability. And there's receipt for every penny that comes from the account. There is receipt. I'll tell you right now, the money that you talk about leaving, I will tell you to this day, under my voice, that there is a receipt, concrete receipt, that will justify that withdrawal. But when people are out there in the community yelling, just to create chaos and try to inflame feelings in the community, they are not there to seek solution. They are part of the problem. And Mr. Kerry, though the boy is not the only solution, he went through so many people. No. This. Not the boy. You said you applied to a board, and the board gave you the recommendation for application. You got to be a good due paying members. You refuse to pay due. I told you pay due. Now, the only thing the board said wrong was that nobody applied. They're supposed to say Jonesy applied, but he was disqualified. That was the right statement that they're supposed to put, because in writing so you were disqualified. They told you active due paying members, but they disqualified you and they said nobody applied. That statement was a little bit off, but they disqualify you pure based on the qualification that they outline in that letter of active due paying member. So, my brother, for you to change things, sometimes you got to change the way we view them. And by changing the way we view them, we change them. Because how you pay your due then, you have a justifiable reason for why you are saying why the board deny you. But you forfeited that. You fumble your privilege. So the board used that against you. So going forward to the communities, they will say, thank you very much for listening to Open Table. And again, we see you when we see you. Continue to tell the people you love how much you love them. Always, always do, because life is so short. Again, I love you all and have a good day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's the first Honorable Chairman Justice Asade Jr. We are about to close this show. It was a heated one, but sometimes things had to be done for the community to move forward. The great Ghana you see today, it wasn't big because people were happy. They broke down some houses and base skyscrapers so that Ghana can be one of the outstanding countries in Africa. So that's what we're going to do to this community. When the community is now on a raffle path, individual will come out and criticize and say the raffle thing so that the community can do well. So it's not because that we are telling the community to do the better thing. That means that we hit the community, we hit the administration. We don't want to bring the administration into being. The records are there. On this thing, OP table, I was here propounding the issues for this this administration to come into being. And it is. And that's what we do. People don't want to understand what some of us saying. Even the people of Liberia, when we told you that the old lion was going to become the president, and it come to pass. People have to understand some of our voices around here. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you very much. I think we got no. I will call you back. I want to show. Yeah, thank you very much. That call wasn't for the show, but I will talk to him when I leave the show. Thank you very much. Well, this is OP table. We are discussing the issue today. Discussion was very heated. So there is a need. We discuss some of these things for the community to be aware, because the community money is inside. When the community spend money, there is a need to know how their money is going. That and many more. We will be leaving you guys in the council. We say thank you for watching OP table. Yeah, friend of me, this OP table, OP table, OP table.